Kia ora, lovely Aries. This is your reading for the new moon in Virgo, happening as we speak, really. And thanks for joining me. Welcome in. Thank you for your subscribes, likes, shares, comments. I really appreciate that a lot. So let's see what's on the storyline today. I've actually laid your cards out and we'll go through and clarify after I've spoken about them a little bit. We've also got a rock, mineral and crystal card that I will pull out at the end. It's face down. So there we have it. Let's see, excuse me, Aries, what's on the storyline today. A lot of hard work, really. Don't be too quick to underestimate the results, actually, of your hard work, Aries. Because it ain't over yet, right? So this is just what I get from looking at these. We've got the Prince of Discs, this hard-working prince, moving pretty slowly, of course. Slow release it is, like the nitrogen, whatever juicy bits in the soil, microbes doing their thing. And it's a slow process. It takes a level of stamina and resilience, but we know that something comes from that. We know something is produced through that. We can pretty much be 100% sure that something comes from it because we have the counterpart to that prince. We've got the princess of discs, who is literally holding the world in her hand and is about to give birth to something new. So we've got this gestation going on, this 9-month gestation, a seasonal thing, because we see those trees are just about to bud, to produce their fruits. We have, as I said, don't assume that nothing is coming from your efforts. We've got the 9 of Swords coming up, catastrophic thinking, worrying. Excuse me. It's a harsh card because we do this, worrying about things that will never happen. We get ourselves wound up, wake up at early hours of the morning, can't sleep, we're worrying. There's a directive here to just do whatever you can do to calm yourself, lower the blood pressure. Most of these things that we worry about in those early hours of the morning will never happen. So we don't want to get into that cyclical worry loop. There may be, and you may feel, a level of frustration that you're not seeing this thing coming through that you've been working at, but it will come through because we know it will come through because we then have the magus, the magician, with that wand, with that ability to bring things from different places, to move between different worlds and to create in this tangible world. So we know things are afoot. Aries, can we clarify this Prince of Discs, please? The reliable, hard working Prince of Discs for Aries. 10 of Swords. So we go up a notch from the 9. We come to the 10. We have an epiphany moment. We have a understanding or an understanding. Maybe actually more of an understanding of why we worry. What is that? What are those things? Why are we attached to that? And these things are things that have happened in the past, Aries. The 10 of Swords is a wonderful card to get because it indicates here that, in fact, we may well be starting on a new track. We're doing things in a slightly different way. There's still a huge level of reliability, stability, and slow progress. Nevertheless, it's progress. We might just get some other to join that, something else to join that 10 of Swords with the Prince of Discs, just to see another aspect of this. For Aries, please. For Aries. Power. Power. So now we have another Prince. The Prince of Swords. Understanding the machinations of power. This adolescent. They're both adolescents. They're both young. We understand it. We understand. We're learning. We understand how it works in groups, how our sense of our own power is tied up and very tightly woven with our ideas about how we feel about ourselves, who we are, our self-esteem. This is what it's all about here. So it's quite interesting. You know, are you doing more than you really should for some people, or what's happening? Do you feel there's an imbalance? But there is something new coming through, Aries. Princess of Discs for Aries. There's a waiting period, yep. What we're seeing here, Aries, is a waiting period where we get the Hanged Man. He's not necessarily up there for 9 months. It might just be for a couple of days. But we know when. This just eradicating external stimuli, information, distractions. We're in hangman mode. We come back down from there. It is like a chrysalid. We come back down with a whole new perspective. A whole new ability to make a choice here. It's not crucial choice because we're keeping a balance. We're keeping a stable point when there's a lot of movement around us in this card. But there is a decision that is made in every 2. So we have choice. And with that also we've got the 8. 8s are all about the mind. We've got mind and emotion here. We create a level of like a boundary around us, a buffer zone. It allows us to be objective on an emotional level. Now we look at the 9 of Swords for Aries, please. 9 of Swords for Aries, please. What was that? Oh, beautiful. Where are we? 9 of Swords. We get an ace. This is a gift that comes through from the divine, from the cosmos. It is an energy of love. A very expansive notion of love. And the ability to put that into action, to action it. Are we directing it? Is the idea here that we're directing it? Ideally, first and foremost, to ourselves, Aries, before it then gets acted out in our world. I do believe so, because we've got the star with that, a surrender, surrendering, a healing. People talk of the star about dreams and wishes coming true. This to me is more about a healing process and the understanding or the awareness that we are part of something larger. Outside of our own wee bubble, you know what I mean. Nice to get that with the 9 of Swords, those 2 cards, because it washes away those 9 swords, you know, all that worry, all that unfounded fear. Okay, so let's look at the Magician. This makes any sense, Aries. Let's look at the Magus, ability to create in this world. To create for Aries, the Magician. Yeah. Because, You know, we see the magician with the wand, with the ace of wands, right? So we get the ace of wands. I mean, you really have everything, a really good understanding of whatever it is that you've been dealing with, which I do think are sort of power dynamics and working up against the working up against something, you know, and just wanting to and being really resilient and full of stamina with that, and just wanting to see the results come, and they are coming. In a material sense, they are coming. But in the process of that waiting, you've had to really dig down deep within yourself, you could say, and just tweak a few things here and add a bit of salve on some of those tender parts, Aries, you know what I mean? So the magician is well equipped, and you are yourself. This is new vitality. It's a new sense of your own abilities and power, Aries. So let's get a Brian Froud. Pixie and Fairy. See what the Pixie and Fairies can tell us. We'll peel back the layer a little bit. Yeah, beautiful. It could be a rejigging in a relationship, within a work environment, with others. Could be all sorts of things, you know. These are general. So we get the beautiful maiden. This is a bright spark of potentiality, just like that Ace of Wands. A beautiful diamond found under the cabbage leaves. This gorgeous creature. I love that. Gorgeous little face. Something new. And then we have the singer of connection. As I said, you know, the ability for self-love, understanding how our power threads are tied up with others, and the tightness of that weave. We've got the singer of connection. Beautiful interlocking. Certainly not an enmeshment, but a beautiful moving interlocking system. Fabulous, Aries. And now what do we get? Rock mineral crystal. You can carry it in your mind's eye over the next week or two. We have titanium rainbow quartz, which is pretty beautiful. Awakening all chakras, ultimate manifestation. Yes, we do have that, Aries. We do have that. Vibrancy, as I said, vibrancy and powerful shift. On that note, what a lovely reading, I think. On that note, take good care over this time, Aries, and we'll see you next time. Thank you. Ka kite. Bye.